Hey guys, and welcome back to the layout room. As you can probably tell by now, all the track has been laid out except for this area right here. I'm just waiting on some left-handed points, which will sit where that point's in there, so that point out. And left-handed point will be coming out just there. Just a little engine storage area. Probably won't be using that, but I'll see what I can fit in there. So I just have some rolling stocks in there, just testing it all out, making sure that the lengths are good, see what I can fit on each line. So it's looking pretty good. Still the center of the layout's just a mess at the moment. And then also finish this section over here. Just where the old controller is, there's the track going there. And everything's tacked down. Just kind of a mess at the moment, but I'm just starting the wiring process. So I've got my 2 wires, a whole box of the terminal strips or terminal blocks, I'm not sure what you want to call them. Just have some rolling stock sitting in the yard, and then I just moved that. That should be really sitting on the track. But yeah. So I went to the hobby store, spent a bit of money. I have a few ideas for the layout, but I saw something I liked, and I work hard for money, so I couldn't really resist. So, well, before I show you what I bought, just over here, move some stuff out of the way. As you can see, there's no longer blue tack on the track, so I take out all that. It's all tacked down, so nice and sturdy. Blue tack was just to get a general idea before I tacked it down, which seems that it came out pretty nicely. And I had to buy a soldering iron as well, so that's what I got. So right here, this is gonna be sheeted up. So I'm gonna put probably a bit of cardboard to get it up to the rail, so probably just go just below the rail. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's going to be like a container sitting here, and that's just going to be a container siding. So I'm going to have maybe, I think 3 might just fit there, but they're going to be uncoupled because obviously you can't take 3 back here, so a bit of shunting action, that's what I wanted, which means I have to buy a shunter, but maybe I'll have a bit more money here. So that's all finished there. I haven't started wiring it yet, so that just comes off the main line, that big junction. So coming from the inner loop, you can just enter it like so. Coming from the middle loop, you go through the diamond crossover, and the outer loop has no direct access to it, but there's 2 possible ways. So you can easily use the points to get up to the inner loop, or you can just go straight to the middle loop. It will just mainly be used when you exit the yard, so this, or yard or sidings or whatever you want to call it. That these points here will be used the most to get onto your directed line, because your locals will come out as that new class 105 is sitting there. Will come out like so, and I'll just, for instance, I'll flip the point here, come out, enter the main line, and then we'll park at the station, which will be located just past that new class 7, which I'll get into later. So there'll be a station sitting here, and then if it's required direction is going to be towards that way there, you can use these points to get onto the middle line, and then from the middle line there, only freights will run, so only the freights will be using this point here to get onto the middle line. But your passenger services will mainly be shunted into the staging yard backwards, so it'll be shunting itself out, stopping at the station, and then continuing in its journey either on the inner loop or the most outer loop, so the 2nd and 4th radius, and then switching in that junction. So switching the point here, then up there as it is, but I better switch it back if I lose power. And then entering the inner loop. And then The inner loop is going to be your just your normal passenger services. Your outer loop, I'm going to make it your express services. So you're going to have some, well, mainly because it's the widest radius, so you can have some high-speed trains running on this line here. Every now and then you see a special freight service running, but other than that, your freights will be restricted to the middle line, mainly because you get every access to the middle line. The middle line seems most suitable these days, mainly because my station's going to be in the 2 outer lines, so there's no point having a station for the middle line. But at the moment, it's running on the outer line. That's only one powered. I am back to using my NCE power cab, which is good to know, and it's Class 70. And the load the Class 70s run in isn't the realistic load. I still have to purchase it. I just ordered it from my hobby store. Didn't have any in stock. I'm going to get some containers for it, hence why I'm using a container yard. It all works out, got it all in my head. But yes, and I'll show you running that Class 105. I'll actually shunt it out. Well, I have to push it out a bit. There's a dead track over there. So, and the Class 70 directional lighting, it's got interior lighting as well. It's made by Freightliner, as you can probably tell. It's a smooth runner. Very smooth. Barely makes any noise. Very recommended. I only paid $1.99 and then $30 for the chip for it. So what? $2.29. So that's pretty good. And then I also purchased, I'll just grab it from the desk over here. I haven't started building it yet. I might get someone to build it for me. I'm not so good at these type of stuff, but it's by Walthers. It's like it's limited to a crane, but it doesn't require the track wheels, which is good. So that means I can fit it in to that spot over there, and I've left plenty of room for it. So that will just be sitting in the middle here with the truck, so it won't be actually on the train, it will be on the truck. So I'll get a container lorry and sit it there with the crane moving, picking up the load from the truck, so that way it's like an action scene, but that way I can still run trains. And then I purchased these two quite a while ago because I always wanted a container yard. So these are what's $7 each compared to your $72 for a pack of 2, but these are just the basic ones I will just be using for the time being. And whenever the sidings are empty, I'll just be using these two here. They look decent. It's modelled to Australian rail, so that's the only difference. It's not really my prototype, but they're decent enough for the time being, and that load's just tipped over. But they couple together and all that, so it's good to work out the distance, because I believe the rail cars are going to be just a bit smaller than that Freightliner. So, and that siding over here is nice and long. As I said, they'll be uncoupled, so you can just back them up like so with the shunter. I'm going to get rid of that buffer there so you get a bit more space. Just back it up. The shunter will take it out. You can either make its load on the sidings over there, or it can just make its load even on the main line if it needs to. But there's plenty of room on the layout at the moment, and this video is coming to 9 minutes, so I'll separate the video. Well, I'll make 2 separate videos actually. I'll probably make one on my Class 70 running, which is this video with a little layout update, and I'll run my Class 105 for a bit as well. And I might run on my Soundchips Locos just for the sake of running it, I guess. But this video is coming to an end, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And any questions or comments you have, so I'll have a full running video maybe later on this week when I have everything wired up. But at the moment it's coming out really good. All the tracks here, the Pico, Code 100, Atlas, Code 100, both of those are flexi. You got your set track made by Hornby. Set track made by Hornby on the curves, terrible at curves. And a bit of Hornby set track here and there, like so, set track. And then your points are all Hornby and Pico. There's a few streamlined Pico points in the yards. And then that junction, that 3-way junction has 3-way, but the rest are set track. The trains run easily around it. I'll just show you real quick. The Class 70 is doing some it's doing reasonable speed. I don't know if the power will cut off. Nope. Yep. So I'll just show you going through the junction. It won't derail or anything like that. And it'll run easily. It will run easily on first radius, but this video is coming to an end, so I hope you guys enjoyed.